The only thing that I can suggest that I know works for sure when, and you know what I'm going to say, when a craving hits, instead of eating that thing you're craving, head for the meat and just start eating meat and keep eating meat, more meat until the cravings go away. I don't care how much meat you have to eat. Eating 6,000 calories of meat at one sitting would be better for you than starting to load up on carbs. On carbs. If it's really a low carb thing, Peter, like you did with the salad, that'd be, be okay because it wasn't really a craving. I remember from our conversation on the private live stream last night that you said that your girlfriend made it for you, and to be nice to her, you ate it so she wouldn't feel like she wasted her time, and that's okay. That's okay too. Uh, I don't want to give you dating or relationship advice, but I would, if it was me, I'm not telling you what to do, Peter, but if it was me, I would have had a few long talks with my girlfriend, wife, significant other, or whoever about how hard it is for me to stay on this diet, what I go through to try to fight off these cravings that I still get. And you won't get them after you've been on carnivore for a while and haven't given in to them. But every time you give in to your cravings, every single time you give in to your cravings, you are pretty much resetting all of that and negating all of that time that you spent not eating those things. And that's where you got to have that emergency meat already cooked up, ready to go. Or if you're at a meal, just grab more meat and eat until you don't want to eat anymore, and then you will not go off. And then if you can continue to do that without any deviation for a month or two, you'll find the cravings don't bother you anymore. And then you can politely say no thank you and go into all those other excuses and tactics when people are trying to shove food on you. The worst thing that we do, the worst thing that our cravings do to us subconsciously without us even realizing what's happening, is they provide us with lame rationalizations. And we've all done this. And God, I look back at my life and I'm as or more guilty than all of you in saying, well, I blew it. May as well just continue and set your time limit until the holidays are over, until the first of the year, until Monday morning. We all know those excuses. Those excuses are provided conveniently to us by that part of our subconscious that is addictive and thinks it still needs sugar or you're going to die. And it becomes a survival imperative. And that's why those cravings overwhelm and take away your decision for rational thought, whether you realize it or not. And we rationalize. That's an important word, rationalize. We rationalize things that our physiology thinks are necessary for survival, and it's totally out of our conscious control. I still contend that there is no such thing as willpower. Willpower is a construct invented by humans in their arrogance to think they actually are in charge of their body. Doesn't work that way. Took me a lifetime to learn that and finally admit it to myself. It doesn't work that way. We are at the root core of our being. We are animals and react to instincts, emotions, cravings as imperatives like any animal on the planet. And it's just our arrogance to think we're so much better than the animals that, maybe animals act like that, but we don't. We're humans. We're in charge. We're not in charge. We're not in charge. My opinion. A lot of you may disagree with me, but that's my opinion. So, Peter, My advice is recognize when you're rationalizing with yourself, if you still have enough conscious control left. Think about how lame that excuse you just made to yourself. Well, it's the holidays. There's going to be a lot of temptation. I'll get through it. Maybe I'll gain 20 pounds. But boy, right after the first of the year, I'm going to jump right back on this bandwagon, and I'll never let that happen to me again. And we all do that. And then next Thanksgiving, we start that cycle all over again and end up negating all the positive gains we made. And you're going to feel like shit too, because all that food you're eating is going to make you feel bad. So that's my answer to that, Peter. That's a great question and a challenge that faces all of us. All of us. In fact, it's such a good question, Peter, I may actually make a standalone video with this particular answer I just gave, because it's something I think that is a challenge for everybody trying to do not only this kind of diet, but any weight loss regimen or any eating regimen that's designed to improve your health, lose weight. It's the biggest challenge, and it's also the main reason why almost all, and I say almost all, and I'm talking in the almost 100%. When you look at the lifetime of dieting of all the people who start diets, it's a very rare few that actually change their lifestyle for the rest of their life. The recidivism in dieting is just as bad or worse than the recidivism for drug use and alcohol. It is an addiction. Until we recognize how addictions work and how they control us and become consciously aware of those signals as they're happening, we're helpless to do anything but go along with it. It's a great, great question.